As sure as the moon pulls upon the oceans, as sure as the tide turns, winter will lose its bite. Its might will melt away. April will pave the way for May to bloom. All things change, as time will tell you, time and time again. So we begin our journey of hope, light, and new beginnings. Time gives new life, and as the clocks, cogs, and wheels turn, live for the now and look forward. Looking back is a waste of this precious time. Don't be sad, for time will drag its feet. Be as happy as a Christmas morn, as merry as a bird in spring. All these things will help bring a new time, a time to breathe easy, to travel, and a time to think everything is possible. There is light in the near distance. Even in the dimmest of night, there is always light. I have seen a magical mirage in the night sky, shimmering, swirling, turning inside out, outside in, colored greens and blues, plumes of magical mist, miles high and wide. The northern lights, an aurora of hope. Light in the darkest night. See the planets and the great stars that sent their light towards us thousands of years ago, and only now do we observe their shimmering dance, a dance they danced when dinosaurs roamed the earth. Light is life. It radiates a warmth and makes us feel well. It lifts our souls. It gives us hope. Art without light is unthinkable. Life without light is impossible. So search for the light, never the gloom. Always assume that over the next horizon we will find the promise of a new beginning. In the year 1604 came a man that would be savior of this place. For in that year Warwick Castle was sad and sorry. Its walls were falling. Its saviour was Sir Fulk Greville, a great poet and dramatist. He could see the beauty beyond the decay and set about the castle's restoration. He turned it into one of the finest homes in the land, a house where other great poets came. Byron, Keats, Shakespeare, and Shelley. They came to take inspiration, using the beauty in and around as a palette for their prose. In these walls is an example of new life, new beginnings. It had dark times, but from the darkness came light and joy. Great parties and merrymaking could be witnessed through the ages, none more so than the days of Countess Daisy, who gave the most lavish of celebrations. The guests would arrive in the most splendid carriages, pulled by fine animals well over 16 hands high, to alight at the steps of the great hall. They were dressed sometimes in fancy dress of the finest thought and quality. Daisy was never to be outdone. Her costumes were the talk of society. The spectacular and unforgettable Illuminate Ball was the pinnacle of all parties. The courtyard was filled with electric light, so magical and wondrous in its day that the great and good came from all parts of the kingdom to witness this miracle of the modern age. Christmas at the castle was the most beautiful time of the year, and when it snowed, it was a scene of perfection. Fed by the springs and hills of Northamptonshire, I was given life, and now I give life as I flow past you and through the valleys and plains of Warwickshire. I give life to the fish, the birds and creatures of my banks and shores. I turn your wheels to mill your grain. I carry your boats. I quench your thirst. You swim in me. And in darker days I have protected your flank from invaders. I am the power that first turned a generator to make your new electric light. I remember the night their magical glow brightly rippled upon my flow, showing a show of the greatest splendor. Oh, you have tried to tame me with your locks and weirs and lakes, but I will never be tamed. I have untold strength that can never be held back. But for the most part, I am your friend. I can help you find peace of mind just by gazing upon my meanderings. I can give you serenity just by sitting by my side. I have flowed through dark days, but always the dark days have washed away, and once again joyful times have returned. Look upon me now as a river of hope that will, without doubt, wash away worry and care. I am your faithful servant. I am the Avon. Your grounds have great capability, said Capability to the Earl. Capability's flattery won him many commissions across the kingdom. Owners of prestigious estates were enchanted by the new English style, as it was called. Lancelot Brown had few rivals. Brown framed the medieval castle at Warwick beautifully, understanding how to enhance the landscape by inviting light in. Nature sprinkles magic dust on autumn dawn, tempting it to lake, pond, and grassland. Early morning creatures make patterns with their paws in the sparkling dew. A fine silk from spiders envelop hedgerows with their gossamer nets. Mist rolls. Glorious rays cascade as if 10 suns try to break through to find a place to cast shadows. The river holds tightly to the mist until the sun has the power to steal it and send it to the heavens. When frost is all o'er, it turns evergreens into ghostly Arctic soldiers. In the distance, breath from beasts in fields turns to cloud. Spring brings new miracles, budding and blooming as creatures meet the dawning of the year. New life, new beginnings. Nature tells us so. Gazing across the pageant fields to the water, a full moon sheds its silver glow upon the river. It makes my heart swell to look upon it. Moonlit nights in this Warwick landscape are a joy to behold. Capability Brown knew this would be so. The trees of this pageant field hold in its branches many secrets of the past. They have witnessed years of joyful gatherings beneath their mighty boughs. They have seen in their shade a first kiss of love, children laughing, and the play of croquet and ball. On summer evenings the heartstrings of the lute would ring out and float to the river, and their notes would harmonize with its lapping waters. The trees have witnessed soldiers drilled in their marching, looked upon by local ruffians who long to join their ranks. Shields have clashed, horses thundered, crowds do shout at tournament. In modern times, thousands of people have flocked here and enjoyed the most wonderful nights of orchestral perfection. Here they come to picnic, to party, to make merry. The night would climax with the most stunning display of pyrotechnic color. In the night, the trees take on a different candescence. A glorious silver glow is a gift from the moon, and more subtle but no less beautiful, the twinkle of faraway stars that seem to dance upon droplets left from summer rain. There is light in every darkness. We must take every glimmer, every spark, every speck of illumination, and as one gather them together and turn them into a beacon that will lead us away from the rocky road and onward. Many beliefs, faiths, and creed have used the evergreen as a message of renewal and hope, a simple symbol of love for life. We celebrate its message by placing light upon its branches. We bring it into our homes and adorn it with trinkets and sparkle of all manner to brighten cold winter nights. It teaches us that respect for life earns respect. A full cycle turned. The evergreen tells us of an ancient belief of respect for life, a message that can unite us all. When things go awry in the world, it is then we truly need to be united and do the things that must be done to make our future safe. What makes us caring is taking away the chance of hurt to our fellow human beings and, of course, to our beautiful planet. At this moment in eternity, we are all part of this wonderful world, and to harm it harms us all. Too many people judge whilst blinded by a shroud of suspicion. So fear not fear itself. For fear will take away focus, a clear focus we will need to look towards the future, a destiny that we hold in our hands, every single one of us. No matter how hard we think things are, we can count our blessings. There is much joy in this world, and it is not hard to find. Remember, we can only pass one foot in front of the other at any one time. But if every stride has purpose and direction, we can be equal to every challenge before us. As the message of the evergreen tells us, life can be evergreen. Good night, and joy be with you all.